Wakalah Islamic Letter of Credit. The customer asks the Islamic bank to issue the Islamic letter of credit for a fee. The Islamic bank acts as the agent to the customer. The customer also pays the full purchase price to the supplier, thus the Islamic bank is an agent and not a purchaser. The customer, which is Mr. Shafiq, informed the issuing bank of his Islamic letter of credit and requests the issuing bank to provide the facility. Next, the issuing bank may require Mr. Shafiq to place a deposit to the full amount of the price of the goods to be purchased or imported, which the issuing bank accepts under the Third, the issuing bank establishes the Islamic letter of credit and pays the proceeds to the negotiating bank utilizing the customer's deposit, which is Mr. Shafiq's deposit, and subsequently releases the document to Mr. Shafiq. Fourth, the negotiating bank claims reimbursement from the issuing bank as the reimbursement instruction. And lastly, the issuing bank charges Mr. Shafiq fees and commission for its service under the principle of ujrah, or fee based on the wakalah principle.
Murabah Islamic Letter of Credit. The customer is unable to pay the purchase price, so the financier issues the Islamic letter of credit and pays the purchase price to the exporter. Then, the financier immediately sells to the customer at the markup price for a deferred payment. Firstly, the customer, which is Mr. Shafiq, informed the issuing bank of his Islamic letter of credit requirement and requests the issuing bank to purchase or import the goods, indicating that he will be willing to purchase the goods from the issuing bank upon. Third, the issuing bank establishes the Islamic letter of credit and pays the deposit to the negotiating bank, utilizing Mr. Shafiq's deposit as well as its own shares of financing, and subsequently release the document to Mr. Shafiq. Musyarakah Islamic Letter of Credit. The issuing bank issues the Islamic letter of credit and both the financiers and customer contribute the purchase price under the Islamic letter of credit and later share the proceeds of the sale of the assets based on the pre-agreed profit sharing ratio. Losses are bound proportionate to the capital contribution. The customer, which is Mr. Shafiq, informed the issuing bank of his Islamic letter of credit and negotiate the term of musyarakah financing for his requirement. Next, the customer, Mr. Shafiq, places with the issuing bank a deposit of his share of the cost of goods to be purchased or imported, which the issuing bank accepts under the principle of wadiah tamamah. Third, the issuing bank establishes the Islamic letter of credit and pays the deposit to the negotiating bank, utilizing Mr. Shafiq's deposit as well as its own shares of financing, and subsequently release the document to Mr. Shafiq.
Created using Powtoon.